to another night in the shop. I'm Fred. Yeah, it's been probably about a month or maybe 3 weeks since I've done my last video. It's super busy. I am looking to move out of my previous location and looking to get a bigger shop. I found a few places with a couple acres where it gives me the opportunity to build a around a 30 by 30 or a 40 by 40 shop, which I need for all my equipment. I'm kind of cramped, like right to the chin here in this shop. I've got stuff all over the place and no place to put it. So this week I wanted to make a little pallet block for my rotary table. Something that I've been dying to do, but just time and just time getting it done. So I went to Metals Plus there about a month ago. I picked up a piece of aluminum, has a slight warp in it, and I picked up some of these. They're not clamps. They're like side clamps. They don't clamp right over the top of the material. They clamp to the side of the material. From my buddy Dave at AccuSize Industrial, he had some really nice clamps that clamp to the side and hold the material down. So I did one pass, and they seem to hold the material in place, which I was pretty amazed because, as an old machinist, millwright, whatever you want to call me, we always use clamps on everything to clamp everything down to make sure it was tight against the bed when you're doing any kind of milling or that kind of thing. But these things, yeah, they work pretty good. I've seen a few guys, Randy Richards in the shop. He made his own set of clamps that clamp to the side of the material and actually draw the material down. He makes a great video on how to make these things, so if anybody really wants to figure out how these things work, he's the guy to go to. Anyways, further ado, I got something chucked up, not chucked up, there's something laid out on the mill, and I've got those little clamps, and I'll give you a close-up of that. Alright, hang in there. Okay guys, we're back. So what I got here is like a hex nut with an eccentric bolt. I'll give you a close-up of the head here. You can see that it's got like a cam effect, and what that does on these little these brass, I guess, hex nuts, as you turn them to the low point, you tighten them up and they start to bind against the edge here. And I've got these set up in my mill right now, and they work pretty good. The ones that Randy Richards designed have a little tooth on the edge, basically same diet, but as you tighten them, it pulls the metal down to the table, which is, I think, is a more supreme product. These work great. Awesome. I've tried them for the first time, and yeah, I'm gonna give you a close-up as I'm cutting off this here. And I threw a feeler gauge just for shits and giggles underneath here, and you can see there's a very slight warp, about 4 thousandths of an inch, so it doesn't sit flush against the, and you can hear, against the bed of the mill. And the bed of the mill is pretty damn straight, but the plate is not. It actually feels hollow when you tap against it. It's only the edges that are actually holding this in place. And I can see a little bit of light underneath there. There is a slight cant to this piece of billet of aluminum, which is a 6061 or T6061. Anyways, we're going to mill this flat, and to get it all nice and even, and we're going to flip it over to the other side. And then I've got a sacrificial plate on my rotary table right now. And we're going to build the 4 holes plus the center. Just so when I'm doing a little bit of stuff that needs radiuses and stuff, I don't have to dick around trying to secure it to the rotary table and then muck up the rotary table. So this sacrificial plate will work out pretty good. And we're probably going to do like a 1-inch holes all the way across and mount it to the rotary table. This is just like a sacrificial plate. It's you know, like I said, piece of T 6061. I don't have one on there right now. I have a round one on there, but I don't have a square one, so I can do like stock, put a little radiuses on there when I need it. So anyways, so let's get on with it. Let's get this thing fly cut or surface cut, whatever you want to call it. But anyways, these work. They work well. I give it a whack with a hammer the other day just to make sure, and they do hold. So I don't think these were very expensive. I think they were about 45 bucks. Anyways, they work. But the ones that Rainy Richard has a little tooth that actually grabs the side of the plate, pulls it down as you tighten it. So that's the I think that'll be one of my next projects after I build my press and my new welding chair and everything else that goes on in the shop. So anyways, guys, further ado, let's get this cut. All right. So I did a cut here, and I'm just going to take off. I got my glass shields up on both sides. I don't have my rear one up, as I really don't need it. So we're going to unlock the table, come over 3 inches because this head is a 3-inch head, and just do a slight overlap on it and lock the table, and let's give her hell. About 5 thou cut right at this particular point. Gives me a nice even surface here. Even though it looks like a step, it's not. So we're just taking a very, very, very slight surface cut off this. And we're using those little clamps, side clamps, to secure the workpiece. Lock the table again, and we're going to feed her in another 3 inches. Lock off the table, and away we go. No stepping that whatsoever. I'm pretty happy about that. Okay guys, so that is, man, that turned out really well. I'm really happy about that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna vacuum up here, clean up the filings, and then we're gonna flip this plate over and do the other side. All right, guys, I'll come back. Okay guys, we got the plate off. We're just gonna do a little deburring, getting these edges off. Just to take that little sharp edge off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my little Noga tool and give it a complete deburring here. Like I said, this thing has been a godsend. No, having a file. Get that little burr off there, and it works flawless. You know, for the 19 bucks I paid for this thing, it has paid for itself in just labor. And I have a lot of shit to do, or a lot of projects to do. And yeah, this really is a nice tool to have. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is that's flat, even though you see the lines, it's flat across. I'm going to flip this thing over and re-secure it into these little locks here, and we'll finish the other side. All right, hang in there, guys. I'll get back when I get this secured. Okay, guys. So we're just going to take the edge of this, tap it over, and secure these locks here. And what we'll just do is a slight tap down on the top here with the little brass copper lock here. Okay, that one's a little out. So let me make an adjustment to this one here. So take the lowest spot of the nut, tighten down the feet, and then put the big Allen key in there. Get the eccentric cam just so it's tightened right up against the plate here. So she looks pretty good there. We're going to do the edge of this plate later on in this machining episode. So right now she's in there, and I'm just going to take my old hammer here, get a set of feeler gauges. Okay, that is 3/1000 of an inch, and just, yeah. to get that down a little bit more. All right, so we are down to 3,000 an inch. That's about the minimum I have on my feeler gauge here. So she's pretty damn good. She's tight. Okay, let's make some chips. These lockdowns come as a kit. You get the Allen keys. I think you get 6 lockdowns at the same time. And yeah, it works out pretty good. These are, oh, that table likes the hair. There we go. All right. So touch off on this and get her started. I had the knee lock on there, so bad habit. Sometimes it's a bad habit. Let's move this shield over a little bit. These shields do work really great. Anybody who does a lot of fly cutting or just surface cutting, it saves you from having crap all over the floor. So let's go back here. So guys, you know Pierre has started a new channel, and I think it's called Pierre's Garage. So everybody who likes this kind of stuff, give him a visit. He's an awesome machinist. He's my neighbor in Montreal, and he does the toolbox giveaway with Keith Fenner, and he's built some really nice knurling tools. So anyways, guys, if you want to really see some nice machining, give him a visit. All right, let's start her up. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take it off about 5 thou and leave it at that. And that should be more than enough here. Perfect. All right. Let's rock and roll. We're making chips. Those clamps are holding up pretty good. I'm running at about 1100 RPM on this head here. Everything's locked off. the table and do another 3-inch cut here. Lock her up. And there we go. Nice and flat, exactly what I wanted. So, again, this fly cutter came from AccuSize Industrial. My friend Dave got this for me. Uses the rectangular carbides. Alright, we're all off the bed. So look forward to, we'll do this about 2.5 inches here. Lock her up and give her hell. Fits cool and evacuate the crack. Okay guys, so we're all done here. I'm kind of fumbling around with the legs on this tripod here. Anyways, I'm gonna get this, get some gluing on there, and we'll set up all the holes for drilling. I'm gonna stick up the sacrificial plate underneath here just so I don't drill into the bed of the mill, and we'll go from there. Okay guys, hang in there. So guys, I thought I'd give you a complete overview of these types of clamps, side clamps. They use a 5/8, get you focused in here, 5/8 T nut here, and they have a little nut here that you secure this to the table. Right, there's the bottom of it right there, and then when you put the nut in, you set it up to the, it's not centric, it's eccentric. It's like a cam, as you can see. And as you tighten the nut, the brass tightens up against the plate. So yeah, they're about 65, I think it's 32 or 65. Anyways, you know what, for 65 bucks you can't go wrong with these things, and they work awesome. So that's it for that. So we got the plate out. We're just going to do a deburr on the side with the Noga. I got all the rest of the T-nuts out here, and like I said, for 65 bucks, can't go wrong. So with that said, let me put these back in their holder. You know, it comes with a little nice little case here, you know, so it works. They worked out really well for the application. I didn't have to move toe clamps everywhere, and yeah, very simple process. So they come in a nice little case here. Like I said, I get most of my machine stuff from AccuSize Industrial. Good prices, especially in Canada. So yeah, this is called a Micro Grip Clamping Kit. Product number AC51-9905. Nice little kit to have when you're doing this kind of job. So you have to whip out clip clamps and everything else. So guys, we're gonna deburr all this here, get it all cleaned up. I'm giving it a spray with some Dicam, and every 1 inch we're gonna put I think a 5/16 hole, because that's what I got a whack of all thread for 5/16, and we'll make some fixtures for this and we'll be done. All right, hang in there. Hey guys, so we found some aluminum stock. What I'm going to do is put this in the cutoff saw, cut 3 lengths, put the plate back on here, and we'll do the edges, the ends, and machine them all straight. And I've got the Dicam already on there, so we'll clean it up, fix it up, and line it up, and whatever, you know, it is what it is. So we're going to cut this in the wet saw. Give me a few minutes, let me get set up, we'll come back. So we're going to cut off a couple pieces 7 inches long on the wet saw here. So let me get this all tied in here, measured up, 7 inches. Let me just drop the blade down a little bit here. We'll put this one right up against the blade here. Let's drop that down a little bit. Alright, we're good there. Had this saw for 20 years now, and it's been awesome. So I can't complain. It was like a $2,000 investment at the time, and it works awesome. So it's gone through hell and back, and then some. So here we go, guys. So we got 2 pieces cut, and we're gonna mount that underneath the plate there, get it all cleaned up, and I'll come back. So guys, just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna take off these little burrs here, so it sits against the bed of the mill for the pieces. Yeah, this little sander is my homemade blade sander. I use it for doing all my drill bits, my tungstens on my torch. Worked out well. No, I don't have a design or anything for it. I just did this with flying for the seat of my ass, as most projects go. So I suck when it comes to AutoCAD. I'd rather use paper. I don't know if you call that old school or new school or whatever school. I did use AutoCAD. First generation, I think it was AutoCAD number 2 in my drafting class in high school. No, actually that was college. We never had computers in high school. And that's that. Hey guys, look. Nice. All right. Nice. So we're back. We got it all toe clamped up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my DRO and we'll do the middle holes first and work our way out. I'm going to do 1-inch increments. Yeah, I've got it all set up to be flush with the side there. Oh, that's a little bit out. Get my block there and we'll just tap that out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, these two clamps. Yeah, I gotta switch them around every time you want to do a different machining process. That's why it takes so long. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the edges, come in 1 inch, and drill the 1-inch holes. The middle hole is going to be my pilot hole. So when I set it up on the rotary table, put the rotary table on, center it, and then center the plate, then tighten everything down. So I'll have 4 indexing holes for the rotary table for the T-nuts. Anyways, so guys, I'm gonna leave it like this for tonight. It's getting late. Been busy all day looking at houses, so we're gonna leave it as is for now, and we'll come back another day when I have some time. I really do want a bigger shop. Hey guys, I'd like to say thanks to all my subscribers that have been following me from the very beginning, which is about now 7 months ago, and all my new subscribers. Guys, thank you so much. I try to do my best to give you as much content as possible for new machinists, old machinists. You know, I've never done this stuff before, so it's all kind of new still, even after 6 months. But guys, I'd like to say again, thank you so much. And you guys have a great night, and we'll come back soon. All right, take care. Bye for now.